Alright folks, welcome back to Duty's Daggers. We're doing an unprecedented disassembly video. I want to take apart this Reich Lamella because there's no visible hardware and there's like a secret latch on the inside in here that you press and enables you to take this apart. I'm just dying to see how that works. I mean, just look at the fitment up here. The dark pieces and the lighter pieces are separate. Look at how those all fit together up here. It's just insane. Down here also, it's just a really cool knife and really cool how it's all fixed together. So I'm going to attempt to take it apart. I've heard it's dangerous. I know Metal Complex cut his hand really bad trying to take this knife apart. So I'm just going to be really careful, and I think we'll be fine. So talking to the owner, guy who sent me this to check out, apparently there is a little tab inside here that you need to press. Which releases this darker piece here. So I'm going to try to use this. I'm just going to kind of poke around in here. This is probably not a hard enough object. Cut the tip off of it, maybe. I kind of have to do it with the blade open, so that's not ideal. I think it's that square thing right there, but it's not doing anything. I wonder if I... Yeah, that's not going to work. What else can I use? You know what? Let me get my Leatherman. Might be something good on here. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I have an old antique electrician's knife. This thing might be good. Let's see. Alright, I'm gonna press on that. Oh, you know what? I see a spring. Look. There's a spring right there. See that? Right there. I mean, I can't get to it or anything. I still can't. That tool is too wide to pry up on that piece. Let me see. I'm gonna be very careful not to scratch anything. I don't know if that's it. What else do I have on here? Maybe, here we go. Yeah, I'm pushing on it. Nothing's happening. I almost feel like you have to be under it and pry up. I can see how this is dangerous because you're like putting pressure on it, and I can see yourself just slipping off and just shink, just slicing yourself up. What about a driver? So that little square is just floating in there. Oh, you know what? I think that square, so I think this square here, right there, is connected to this whole plate, and then there's a space here with a spring in it. See, there's a plate here, and then there's a spring here. So I feel like this and that plate moves up. So I'm going to... Oh, I think it moved. Yep, it moves. Okay. Alright, I figured it out. So, check it out. This moves. Oops. It's moving barely. I need something better. What can I push on that with? I guess this? No. Maybe this plastic ruler, that would be better. Yeah, it's moving. Definitely moving. I need to find something better to push on that with. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I haven't really found anything better. So I'm just going to keep trying. Actually, I wonder if I... Nope, it's moving. Okay, now I'm getting it to move a lot. See that? But I don't know what we're supposed to do after this. So it's moved up. It's all the way up. And the spring just pushes it back down. I almost feel like I should cover the blade with like tape. I'm gonna do that. At least be a little safer. And I won't harm the blade at all. I won't put any marks or anything on it. Painter's tape would be better, but this is all I have right here at the moment. This will be better than nothing. I could definitely see how this could be a dangerous thing to do. And it's kind of making more sense to me now that I see how difficult this is, why their new versions of the knife now have a switch on the back to take it apart instead of having to go inside the knife like this. I'm sure probably people were getting hurt, or at least just complaining that it was too difficult. So let's do this. Just make it a little less hard to cut ourselves. The point is still an issue, for sure. Alright, I feel a little better now. So we need to get that pushed up. And there needs to be some motion that's happening while it's being pushed up. Like maybe pulling back on that darker piece to get it to slide out while that piece is being pushed in, I'm guessing. But it seems kind of like it's going to be difficult to do that. Okay, it's all the way up. I just don't see any way to hold that in the pushed up position. I should have watched a video on how to do it, but I wanted to do it blind for some dumb reason. I thought it'd be smart enough to figure it out. I guess not. I wonder... Alright, let me pause the video and try to figure this out. I just had an idea. The stop pins are also the thumb studs, so I'm wondering if that's preventing me from it moving when it's locked out. I think I'm going to try it with it unlocked, which feels even more dangerous, but here we go. Maybe it'll budge now. If this doesn't work, I'm probably going to give up because I feel like I'm starting to put some small scratches on that inside piece, which really probably doesn't matter, but I hate to do that. Locked up again. Come on, do something. Yeah, it's not wanting to do anything. I feel like it's going to slide down this way. But I just can't get it to budge. So we might give up. I just don't want to... If this was mine, I'd probably continue messing with it, but it's not. I'll try one more time. Nope. Well, I'll at least give you guys a good view of this thing sliding. It's not easy to even pull down. Like, that's a pretty good amount of spring pressure, tension. So, all right. We failed. That's okay. We'll just talk about this knife a little bit, and then we'll end the video if I can even find where the end of the tape is. There we go. This thing's amazing. I want to buy one, and I probably will at some point. As I said earlier, it should be easier to take apart with the new mechanism, or at least the new switch. The switch is on the outside on the new ones. And it's a surprisingly inexpensive knife for what it is. It's pretty much an integral, kinda. But I mean, the amount of work that's gone into this, in just the design, the precision of the precision of the machining is incredible. I mean, to have all these things fit just perfectly together like that is not easy. So this thing really is amazing, and it's only I should look at the price. I remember it surprised me how inexpensive it was. I think it was like $350 around there. Definitely under $400, which is crazy, man. I mean, even if this had hardware, and was just like a more regular knife, but the same design, I wouldn't be surprised by that price tag. But it has all this extra stuff being put together in this way. So really cool. It's definitely one of those knives that is probably more of a collector's item, something that you buy just for the badassness of it, not necessarily a great cutting tool, which it probably is a decent cutting tool. I was going to cut test it, but this is a really dull factory edge. I don't know if the owner has used it. Maybe it came sharper and now it's not, but it's just really dull, and I don't have time to put an edge on it and take all the time to do that. So I'm not going to do the cut test on it. But I mean, I'd probably do decent. I mean, slicing cardboard, you're probably going to end up slipping out a little prematurely if you're not careful to kind of stay in this zone, since it is kind of an upswept tip with a continuous belly. There's no flat section of the blade or the edge. It's just continuous belly all the way up to the tip. Utility cuts, it'll probably be fine with. I mean, it's surprisingly, you can get to that tip without raising up too high. And it's a pretty thin tip too. So I don't know. I think it'd be pretty fine, honestly. Um, it's in 20 CV. It's just really cool, and that's the bottom line. It's really cool. Kind of a conversation piece, something cool to show your buddies. Um, Man, check out this knife. It looks like it's from a sci-fi movie. And how do you think it's held together? There's no screws. There's no bolts. There's nothing visible. So just a really cool knife. And they're still in stock in places. The new version. You can get the new version right now. I could go out and buy one right now, but I don't have the money at the moment. But it's absolutely on my list. So there you go. There's a little failed disassembly video for you guys. Sorry. I'll see you later. Adios.